Greetings, beautiful soul. Welcome back to my channel. This is my back and bicep day, okay? And we're going to get right into it. Originally, this was a mic'd up quote unquote video, but when I got done recording and was reviewing the footage, the audio was literally trash. All you could hear was background noise, and it was particularly loud during this clip because there were a few people standing near this machine having a full-blown conversation, and that's all you could hear. So I scrapped the audio and decided to do a voiceover. So if you see my mouth running during any of these clips, I'm talking through the workout. And here we're starting this workout with pull-ups, assisted pull-ups, that is. So I have the weight at like 90 pounds here, the resistance, which for me is not too heavy to where the machine is doing most of the work for me, but it's like perfect. It's like a perfect sweet spot for me where I'm actually able to engage my back muscles and my biceps, pulling myself up. I'm getting tired before I'm reaching the 10th rep. So I'm always usually doing 4 reps of 10 to 12. That's usually my go-to with a lot of my exercises, 10 to 12 reps, and it's always 4 sets. I just really, that's just what I've always done, and it's worked for me. We're moving into the straight arm pull downs, I believe they're called. Now, I've never done it before with the rope. And it was very interesting for me because I found that I felt most of the engagement in my triceps and my shoulders more than I felt it in my traps. This exercise is supposed to, well, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm no expert here, but this exercise is supposed to really get into the wing part of the traps. I know it's, different, like the lower traps, I guess you would call it. But I didn't feel it there. Barely. It was like very minimal. So I did this exercise, 2 reps with the rope. And then I really just, so here's another set. And I'm still trying to see if I'm maybe not positioned properly, which my form may not be A1 here. This is an exercise I will be revisiting in the future and making sure I'm tightening up my form because I really think that it was my form that wasn't proper, So what I'm going to do is switch over into the straight bar, in which I usually use, and that's seen here, where this is perfecto. I feel so much in my traps at this point. I love the straight arm pull down, and I believe that's what it's called. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. But fun fact, I think I mentioned this before, but back is one of my favorite muscle groups to work. And my next favorite is shoulders, which I really just discovered. I love working my shoulders and I love working my back. Tell me what your favorite muscle group is to work if you train with weights or lift weights or, or period, not even using weights. What's your favorite muscle group to work? So I'm feeling it all up in my back at this point. My traps are burning. It feels really great. I feel like I'm doing something. So now we're moving into some preacher curls. This is my preferred way to do preacher curls. I like to use the bench, put it like 45-degree angle, and I prop it right up underneath my armpit, and I just like scooch down a little bit so I'm not standing straight up. And I use my non-working hand as like a stabilizer, my arm, to kind of, when it starts getting rough, I put a little more force in that stabilizing arm, I guess I would call it, to help me to pull, with my bicep muscle to get the weight up. So I'm starting off at 10 pounds. No, excuse me, 15 pounds. And this is my last set with 15 pounds. At this point, I moved into 17.5 pounds. And these weights are perfect for me at this time, okay? We're doing 12 reps of these, if I'm not mistaken. Don't count what you see on the clips because some of them, I cut out of, or I might not even do all 4 sets either in the video. I might just show 2, and I think for all of these I only did like 2 sets that I recorded, and then after that I just did it on my own accord. But love preacher curls. This is an exercise that's going to give me an amazing pump. I love doing it on the back of the bench. It just really serves me well to have the tricep muscle pressed up against the bench, and I'm able to put a lot of weight into, force into pulling that weight up. Okay, so I'm trying to get a nice stretch in all of these movements in my biceps and pulling up. Crazy pump after this. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to finish off my reps here. You can already see like my muscles are just swole at this point. I'm getting great development in my biceps, and I'm really enjoying going through the process of watching my body transform. And it is little by little, and I'm not in a rush, but it really keeps me motivated to keep going through the process, because I know how great bodybuilding can serve me. And yes, I did say bodybuilding specifically because that is my goal. Now we're moving into some bent over rows using the Smith machine. Now I am getting familiarized with this Smith machine. I've definitely used it before. Years ago, I started lifting weights in 2016. And that's when I first got a taste of the Smith machine. I'm learning how to do different exercises on here. This bent over row, you might see my feet shuffle a little bit or my arms move on while I'm holding it from, bringing my arms out more, my hands out more on the bar. But that's because the Smith machine is stabilized. Like, you have to really just position your body proper to be in alignment with the Smith machine for those exercises that I do on there. But you can do a lot with the Smith machine. So here I'm moving into 21s. I love 21s. I feel that 21s should be incorporated in anyone's bicep exercise. And there's so many bicep exercises that you can do, but 21s they've just never failed me. I'm going to get a nice pump. I feel like you really get to put that bicep muscle under a nice amount of tension for a nice prolonged period of time. And you're actually hitting the muscle from 3 different directions or ways, and it just really feels good. And it can get tough. Right here I'm using like 40 pounds with the easy bar, and it wasn't that easy. I found myself this week doing my 21s. I had to take the weight down to 30 pounds because for some reason I was taxed. But I don't have a problem with that. I know next week I'll be back up to 40 pounds because, I don't know, I've just gotten much stronger lately, and I've been going up in my weight with everything recently. But this day I was just tired and I just did not have the fortitude. Oh, I know what it was. I found out I had 9 back and biceps exercises on my list because I had rearranged my workouts. And instead of taking some out, I added some in. And I'm just going down the list, looking at the weight, what exercise I need to do. And then I'm like, hold on. I had 10 exercises on my list. I was on exercise number 9. By this time, I realized like I had I said, you know what? I'm going to do this one more exercise, which was the wide grip trap pull down. And that was it. Yeah. So I'm just finishing up with my 21s, and the next exercise, which is my final exercise on the video, is the wide grip trap pull down. So I'm going to be doing 65 pounds with that, and I'm supersetting with 15-pound dumbbells, doing hammer curls. I love supersets too. Supersets are a great time saver for me in the gym, and it just really helps me to get more bang for my buck when it comes to lifting weights. So this will conclude this installment of the series, and I want to thank you for watching and being a part of my evolution. Please like this video and leave me a comment. And remember to let your light shine because you are divine.